I wanted to have a discussion about my granddaughter, Iris Christina Crum. I'm her maternal grandma. My name is Christina Christopher Laster, and I have been sharing updates periodically and asking for people to help me in my advocacy about my granddaughter and my daughter, Kayla. So we teach our kids to tell someone when they are harmed or mistreated or something bad happens to them. We even teach our children to advocate for themselves when other kids are bullying them, let alone adults. I am a mom and a grandma, and I'm appealing to other mama bears and papa bears because I feel like a mama bear robbed of her cubs, and I'm very angry about the lack of protection for Iris. And so I'm sure, as you all saw, multiple stories going on, and people keep saying, well, we don't know who to believe. Well, believe the evidence. I have shared more than sufficient evidence, email addresses, email documentations, physical proof of what happened to my granddaughter, Iris, who told me about how she was harmed by her dad. I had audio recordings. Go check my page. It's public. I have pictures. I have documentation and proof. And yet the system put her back in the hands of the person who harmed her. And the system criminalized my daughter and essentially re-abusing her and Iris by not asking the hard questions, by not conducting the global background check, by not having CPS or DCS do a forensic interview with my granddaughter, Iris. Now, I taught my granddaughter, who has been around me since she was born. Before she was even born, I knew about how she was going to be my granddaughter and had a name for her. That's why she has my name as her middle name, Iris Christina Crum. And I taught her to speak up and to talk to an adult that she can trust if something ever happened to her. And I talk this to all my kids, and I want you guys to hear me on this because I'm sure some of you mama and papa bears do the same thing. You tell your kids if anyone touches them, if anyone harms them, if anyone even says harmful things to them, to speak up and tell someone safe. And don't stop until someone listens to them. And that's what Iris did. She knows her Grammy is safe. My kids even know if there were ever a time, God forbid, that something happens to me mentally or physically and I no longer become the safe person, that they have to find someone safe who will hear what they have to say until you get someone to listen. And so when my granddaughter Iris came to me and in the condition that she was in and told me what happened to her and told the truth, I made her a promise that I was going to do everything that I could to protect her from further abuse, harm, and neglect. And we're just tapping the surface of the things that she experienced while with her father. And you know, the interesting thing about it is that my granddaughter Iris told me that she told teachers, that she talked to multiple adults at her school. And so apart from my ask for other mama and papa bears, advocates, and activists to speak up and help in the situation, contact officials and authorities, provide them with evidence that I share, demand that they do something about it to remedy the situation instead of criminalizing my daughter and treating him, the abuser, like a hero. And you that are victims of violence know this all too well. It's a system failure. And we continue to say, why? Why is the system failing? Because they have all of the guidance from the Violence Against Women's Act. They have all of the trainings, every single tool and resource available to know the red flags. But they didn't even ask the guy a question. And that is, why after all of these months are you now looking for your daughter and want us to enforce an order that you got and you procured without her present or her knowledge? And so there's a lot of shady stuff going on in this situation, but we can be the voice of Iris, who told me, a safe person, that she was being harmed by her dad in multiple ways. And I shared that on my page. You can go and look and please repost. And I tried to reach out and ask for the help of the same authorities he contacted to get her back into his grips. And they did nothing because I'm just a grandma in their eyes. Who am I to act like I have rights to say anything about what parents do to their kids? And if you haven't been treated like that, I hope you never do. I filed and asked for complaints. I asked to bring up assault charges for what he did. Anytime someone burns a child with cigarettes, it becomes torturous abuse. And there's protocols that are supposed to be set forward with that. You know, and so I'm asking all of you today to contact the elementary school district and demand the reports. Someone at the school has to have reports because my granddaughter said that the teacher saw blood on her back and put band-aids on her back and told her to sit back down, but that more than one teacher looked at it and knew that she was hurt. And I know for a fact, because the school contacted me about the school abandonment, that all of them clearly know that she was neglected, harmed, or abused, or maybe all of the above. So I am going to put the school district's information at the end of this recording. And I would ask for all of you mama bears and papa bears who teach your children and grandchildren how to speak up and tell someone when they are harmed to help me lift Iris's voice, because I've been ignored continuously. And now she's back in the hands of her dad. And so please reach out to that school district and ask them to do an investigation on the information that Iris shared with them and submit their mandated reports via protocol. That's what they're supposed to do. And I appreciate all of you who have continued to encourage me day after day, who have continued to write elected officials and call and make demands to the San Diego mayor's office, and, you know, the California legislators and the investigators. I really do appreciate you. And I ask that you would continue to lift Iris's voice. We can be her voice because she did the right thing. The system failed her, and they need to remedy it, and they need to remedy it very quickly for her safety and her protection. Thank you again, and I will put the email address and the contact information to the school district who are mandated reporters to interview those teachers and the principal and the school nurse and everyone that worked with Iris at that school to get that mandated report filed and in the hands of the investigators.
Hello, everyone, Dan here. Now, this is what this is about. We need everybody to send an email to the mayor of San Diego County in California due to the injustice that Kayla and Irish are going through right now. Unfortunately, through a flaw in the system, the dad was granted temporary custody of Irish because the court notification was sent to an address in California. During at that time, Kayla was not at that address. She had been living in Tennessee prior to all of this. So, how San Diego Police Department was able to obtain a warrant for child abduction is beyond me. So, again, the link is in my link tree for the mayor of San Diego. Thank you.